Hey, what's up? Hello, it's Auntie Cubana coming back at you with another episode of the Unladylike Lounge podcast. Hold up. Forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. There we go. I apologize for being unprofessional, but you already know I'm your favorite unprofessional professional. I want to talk about the not so happy holidays. I feel like in some way, shape, or form, as we get older, we can all relate on some level. I think the holidays start to lose their magic. I think they start to lose that kind of starry effect that they had when we were growing up. Now, don't get me wrong, they're great for what they are. A lot of people say that, when you're a kid, the magic is, you know, the gifts or the magic of Christmas, the magic of Santa, the magic of getting together with all the cousins, the magic of seeing, this, that, and the third, and whatever. I'm not here to take away from that. And then they say, when you become a parent, it's seeing the smiles on your kids' faces. It's this beautiful moment of family and gathering and da 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 da. But can we cut the bullshit? Can we just be real for a second and say, holidays aren't what they used to be? The glue that used to hold the families together, they're gone. For some of us, that means they've passed. For some of us, that means they're locked up. For some of us, that means we fell out. And that's part of life. I get that. That's part of growing up. But it still sucks. It does. That could have been your best friend. That could have been your mother, your grandmother, your father, your uncle. For me, it was my great-grandma. She kind of held everybody together after my great-grandpa died. You guys can probably hear that dinging, and I apologize. I don't want to jeopardize, fucking with the live and turning down notifications. I don't know. I'm not good with technology. That's why we don't edit shit, because I'm not good with technology. So, but for my family, it was my great-grandma. She kind of held the family together after her husband, my great-grandpa, died. And she ended up with dementia. And the more she started to slip, the more the family fell apart. I feel kind of like my family took advantage of the fact that she had dementia. I feel like my family was like, oh, it's not like she's really going to remember that we didn't get together for Christmas this year. Or, oh, she's not really going to know that we're not all together for Thanksgiving this year. There was one year I remember I was living with my grandma at the time, and she called my great-grandma, her mother, and was like, this was last minute. This was like probably December 23rd. It was like, so what are your plans for Christmas? She said, oh, I don't have any. What? No, I don't have any. Nobody, I don't have any. I'm home alone this year. What do you mean? Like, nobody's coming to get you? No, nobody's made any plans to come get me. And that was heartbreaking, because it really made you realize it is sad. It's so sad. It really made you realize, like, when the glue starts to melt, so does the rest of the family. And then when she passed, I haven't seen the rest of my family since. I haven't seen the rest of my family since her funeral. I remember we used to get together as a whole family, cousins, second cousins, third cousins. Family gatherings were huge and would take hours upon hours. And I get it. In this day and age, Yes. Yes, Shaylin. See, I love the way you put that. I really do. And I get it. People these days, you don't want to cook for a million people. You don't want to clean up after a million people. You don't want the mess. You don't want the headache. You don't want the hassle. I get it. But man, like, there are people who are spending their first holidays without a loved one. Their parents are gone. Their child is gone. Did you just notice that? I got like photobombed by a cat walking across the cupboards. I apologize. You already know in the lounge we are random. You never know what's gonna happen. See? Fucking creep. Fucking creep. And I apologize for just sitting here being wrapped in a blanket. I do have clothes on. I am clothed. I am fully dressed. I'm all about the senses, and this is like one of those cozy blankets. So I'm like, we're gonna be talking about some deep stuff, so I want to be completely comfortable and cozy. But there are people who are spending their first holidays without the people they love most, and that's hard. So why do we pretend like the holidays have to be this cheerful, joyous, wonderful time of the year? Why do we act like it has to be the most happy time of the entire fucking year? I don't think it is. For some of us, it's the most painful time of the year. For some of us, it is the most difficult and trying time of the year. And that should be okay. It should be okay to not be running around with rosy cheeks and a smile on your face and just thinking everything's holly jolly wonderful and fucking unicorns and rainbows blowing out your ass. That should be okay. It should be okay to not be okay. When somebody's not having a happy Thanksgiving because they spent it alone for the first time, or because they fell out with their friends who they're normally spending it with, or because they're, whatever the case may be, it's okay to not be okay. And it's also okay to have a different dynamic than what is traditional when it comes to holidays. If you aren't on good terms with your family, it's okay to just be like, you know what? My friends are my family. Or if you don't necessarily have family, it's okay, or, to go be like, my friend's family is my family. My mom, no bullshit, was like, she was like Bendy and the Lost Boys growing up. She like took in every kid that seemingly had nobody. That is okay. It is okay to have something that's not traditional. Today, I literally, like, for Thanksgiving, I had Hamburger Helper and I watched Good Girls and shook my ass to Jeezy. That's what I did. That was my Thanksgiving. And you know what? It was probably the best, most stress-free holiday I have had in years. Normally, I am homeless, addicted to drugs, getting arrested, or in some sort of domestic dispute on the holidays. Every single holiday, every single one that I spend with my family ends in one of those ways. So it's okay to be like, you know what? I'm not okay, but I'm going to make the best of not being okay. I think that we have it drilled into our heads that we have to be happy, and we really don't. I think we have it drilled into our heads that we have to conform to a societal norm. We have to conform to society's traditions. And we don't. You don't. Whatever your normal is, whatever your happy is, whatever your okay is just fine enough. I hope that everybody out there had a very happy Thanksgiving, whatever that looked like to you. I hope that you had a wonderful Thursday, whatever that looked like to you. Whether you sat down and had turkey with your family, whether you ate Captain Crunch in your underwear watching SpongeBob, whether you shook your ass to Britney Spears and did her little knife dance. I don't fucking know. I'm not judging. Not fucking judging. I hope that whatever okay is to you, I hope you had it today. Unless you're a Lions fan. If you're a Lions fan, fuck you. Go Green Bay! All right, I'm done. I'm out of here. That's all I have to say. I didn't prepare shit. He's a bitch. And I kind of really want lemon ice or a strawberry daiquiri. That's kind of gonna top off my day. So, yeah. Love y'all fiercely.